Hello, everyone. Welcome to our talk today. I'm Hannah Hips. This is Sierra Spencer. We're eating psychology coach, mind body nutrition coaches. Sierra's a diet recovery coach, as well as I'm just like all about the slow down life. And we have this thing going on. We listen to people talk and we hear what's going on, what's coming out of people's mouths, and we take that information. We're like, this is a topic that needs to be spoken about. Last week, we talked about just the seasons of our body changing. This week, we're going to talk for something very similar to it because think about it, this is the body that we have, and if we cannot find it to be our home, then we have a serious problem. So today we're going to discuss, have you ever looked in the mirror, seen a photo, and tried on clothes and thought, this isn't me? Or it's like you look at your current body and you're like, this is not like who I should be. So let's kind of figure out what this is not me. Like, what does that really mean? We're going to talk about how that can be damaging and really think about how our thoughts will shift our reality.
Absolutely. So again, this is stuff that Hannah and I overhear, and things that our clients have shared with us. And so we're going to talk about this phrase that so many women say, and it's that's not me when their body has changed. For example, maybe you've gained weight, maybe you had a baby, a big life change, you were sick, right? And the comment I overheard was, oh, when I was that heavy, it just wasn't me. So let's talk about why holding on to that belief actually keeps you stuck in the cycle of shame, restriction, being disconnection, and definitely is quietly wrecking your body image and your just sense of self-esteem. So let's get to the root of the belief. So we often say, it's not me. Like I said, when we've had some weight gain, we look back at our old version of ourselves and think, well, that's who I really am. Like, look at me when I'm thin and small. Like that's who I really am. But here's the truth. That thinner version of you was still you. It was just in a different season. You don't stop being you when your body changes. But telling yourself that and believing that thought over and over actually tells your brain the opposite, and it can be really damaging. So Hannah's going to dive into like why having those thoughts are so harmful.
It disconnects you from your body. It makes you feel like this isn't me. So how are we supposed to relate in our world if we are disconnected to our body? That means we're not taking care of it how we should be. We are focusing on other things. We're distracting ourselves. And so we need to have this relationship with our body. This also breeds shame, not change. When we feel like this isn't me, this is not my body, we feel shameful about it. And it's really hard to change from that place. How can we change our life from a more loving perspective? And so it's having to be able to change that. It also blocks our healing. So if we are not feeling at home in our body, how can we heal it? Because me and Sierra talk about a lot about accepting, respecting, and appreciating the body that we have. If we cannot do that, how can we heal if we're still having that discord between our body? And also, it fuels this all or nothing thinking. Like, I have to be this way or that way or not that way, right? It's this kind of control feeling, as well as think of the thoughts that it's breeding. What other thoughts are you having because of that one thought? The way thoughts work is like if you have a thought, if you don't break that thought pattern, you're going to have another thought that's very similar to that. Then another one is similar to that. So, what is that one thought creating out of all the other thoughts that you have during the day if we don't break that pattern?
All right, so here's the truth that you need to hear. You are in every body, every season, and every shape. You are there. Who you are is not your physical body. You are not your body. Your weight may change, but your worth does not. Your your bigger body is not an imposter. It's a reflection of your life, your growth, your survival. And again, it doesn't actually mean anything about you. You know, I was kind of like looking through some old photos of myself, and I can see my own weight kind of fluctuate and go up, have ups and downs. And, you know, again, because Hannah and I teach this and I've worked on my self-esteem and who I am as a human and who I am is I have that self-confidence and I like myself. And so depending on so my body and my weight really aren't attached to that. My self-esteem, it comes from within. Your self-esteem doesn't get better because you're thinner. That's just not how it works. So you dishonor yourself by saying your body right now isn't you. So if this message hit home, I just want to know you're not broken. You're just ready for something better. You're ready to heal, and we want to help you heal. The Empowered Eating Inner Circle is where we do this deeper work, where we unlearn toxic beliefs, we heal our relationship with food and our body, and we stop chasing the old versions of ourselves. Okay, so we want you to just comment below this video, say waitlist, because we are starting our wait list so you can get all the information when the doors open for the Empowered Eating Inner Circle for this summer, because you deserve to feel confident and calm in your body, not later, but right now. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.